Redditors who won a lifetime supply of something. What is it? And are you sick of it yet? My brother-in-law went to a contractors trade show. And one of the guys on his crew won a lifetime supply of some kind of locking wrench. They gave him one because it comes with a lifetime guarantee. I can imagine the smug grin on the vendor's face as he handed it over to him, explaining why he would only get one. I won a lifetime supply of shampoo. They come in mini bottles each month and are great gifts for people who you don't like that much but you don't want to offend. I know a family that won a lifetime supply of hot dogs. The problem was the company decided that the average person eats 3 hot dogs a day. No clue how that's the number they got. This sounds fine at first, but they didn't want to ship 90 hot dogs a month. They sent the full value of 1 AVG lifetime on pallets. 90/month x 12 months, 82 years AVG lifespan. 88.5 thousand hot dogs in one shipment. They bought a whole extra freezer to store a bunch. But that couldn't hold all. So they ended up donating a massive amount to local churches and homeless shelters. What were these people thinking? In a contest, I won a lifetime supply of high quality coffee beans. Contestants had to guess how many beans were in a large glass barrel on display. Each month, 3 pounds of my choice arrive at regular intervals. As I noted here some time ago, I give away the excess to friends and family and no one is sick of them yet. My brother had a friend who won a year's supply of sandwiches at a local sub shop when he was in college. That guy was sick of subs by the time his year was up. But he still went there almost every day cause he was broke college student who wasn't on a cafeteria plan. I am doing this thing where I have to keep 4 chickens alive and healthy, and for as long as I can keep this up I get 4 eggs a day. It's been 2 years and I'm sick of it. I can think of an easy way out and it comes with 4 free chicken dinners. I knew someone who won free pizza for a year from a chain. Mind you, we live in NJ with some of the best pizza there is. No one is ordering from a chain. He bought the whole year worth in one shot and threw a pizza party for the kids at an underprivileged youth camp. I won a year of free haircuts. 26 vouchers in total during a salon's grand opening event. All were set to expire about a year after I received them. Since I only cut my hair once a month, I started bringing my 4-year-old son with me to get the same haircut as his dad. The girls at the salon knew us and loved our visits. On some occasions, we'd get to sit side by side getting our haircuts. We both liked the attention we received. At the end I tipped the hairstylists $15 for each haircut. At this point, it wasn't about the free haircut. It was a bonding experience for me and my son. About 7 months in, we had just finished up and I tipped out hairstylists as usual. The owner rung us up. I handed her 2 of the vouchers and she said I was only able to redeem the vouchers for myself. She insisted I pay $20 for my son's haircut. I can afford it. But I felt insulted. I wasn't scamming or defrauding her. But her insistence in front of everyone also made me feel humiliated. I tried to explain that I only visited once a month and that the vouchers were limited. I know people who get haircuts every 2 weeks. However, she was still insistent. The vouchers had no stipulations on them, only an expiration date. I paid the $20 and very angrily told her, this business relationship can no longer be salvaged. We've reached a split end. We never went back. My dad won a year's supply of cat food. But it was delivered in one go and the cat didn't like it, of course. The people at the shelter were super happy though. So it ended well. So I read this like you gave the food to a homeless shelter. And I was like WTF. Then I thought about it and I hope it was to an animal shelter. Growing up, my next door neighbor won a lifetime supply of honeycomb. The company would ship them a case a month. They planned for like a family of 2 adults and 3 kids. He was the only kid in the house. They had boxes and boxes of the stuff. Hanging out meant you came home with a box of cereal. They were slow to update the move with the company and the new neighbors gave me the shipments. I thought it was great. I'm lactose intolerant and in the 80s honeycomb was one of the best cereals to eat dry. Non-milk alternative were super expensive in those days. I didn't really win a lifetime supply of something, but I still got a lifetime supply of Eskimo pies. For Europeans or other Redditors that don't know, Eskimo pies are vanilla ice cream bars coated with dark chocolate. Pretty standard freezer section at the grocery store fare. Anyway, about 15 years ago I bought a box of Eskimo pies and went to eat one. And promptly cut the shout of my lip because there was a big piece of broken glass inside it. I'm aware that this could have been a big payday for me. But I'm not real so happy. But I still wanted something done. So I took photos. Called the makers. And wrote them a letter with the pictures included, basically asking, so what are you going to do about this? They sent me a letter with a check for $600 and a phone number to call whenever I wanted free Eskimo pies, with the letter stating that if I cash the check they are absolved of any responsibility. So whenever I want, I call and get a coupon for free of Eskimo pies. It makes for a good thing to give to co-workers and things like that. My co-worker has a lifetime supply of Doritos after Dorito truck hit her. She hated Doritos in the first place and donates her weekly monthly amount to homeless shelters. I worked at a company that was doing a promotion with Swanson that was giving away a year's supply of Swanson frozen dinners. With 365 coupons for a free meal. There was some legal reason the contest couldn't go through. So my co-worker gave me a stack of like 50 of them. I lived next door to a grocery store, so for about 2 weeks I got one every night. I started to just feel awful during the day. I was just sluggish and couldn't breathe as well. I left the remaining stack of coupons sit in my junk drawer for years before I just tossed them. Likely too much sodium intake. One of those Swanson meals generally has between 45 and 65% of your daily recommended intake of sodium in one meal. When I was 13 or so, my dad won a year's supply of Snapple among other prizes, a Jeep, a trip to Florida, a bunch of skateboard gear, a meet and greet with Tony Hawk. I remember like a booklet of vouchers. Like 365 of them. And it was 6 Snapples worth of voucher or something. My mom used some coupon voodoo and bought it on sale with the vouchers, and we got like 3-4 years of this crap. Anyways, long story short, my dad hated Snapple, so he let me and my brother pick it all out. We had a garage full of the stuff. We drank a ridiculous amount of Snapple, we gave it away to friends. We brought it with our lunches. We ended up throwing some away as it started to fade and taste funny. We pretty much got sick of it halfway through and started drinking it to get rid of it. I once won a lifetime supply of Reese's peanut butter cups. I know what you're thinking. Amazing, right? Well, it was at the time. Then my family ate about 1 billion of them. And then we hated that Problem is, they just kept coming. I should say that these were the individually packed ones. 1 per pack. Not 3 per pack. So we just started handing them out at Halloween and whatnot. They would arrive in these boxes of 1,000 and they would show up every other month for like a good decade. I only recently started eating them again. And even then I still only maybe eat 1 or 2. I also once won McDonald's for a year and it was the best year of my life. I also received what could be considered a lifetime supply of sour Skittles and sour Skittles jelly beans when they came on the market. Same store. Same type of promotion. However, the deal BK had with Skittles was that they would pay $2 per box of Skittles. Each box came with 500 packs split between Skittles and jelly beans at 250 packs each. We're talking full packs here. My manager somehow put 200 instead of 20 boxes. And we ended up with about 1 billion of these things so anyone could take them home. Hell. We were giving customers like 5 packs with every order. I ended up taking home 25-28 boxes, which meant I had over 10,000 packs of these things. Problem is, much like any sour candy, they rightfully F your teeth and gums up. And pretty soon we just couldn't eat them anymore. We took them to our local baseball field on a tournament Sunday and they agreed to let us sell them if we donated half the earnings to the team. Soon enough people were buying them in droves. We sold out in the weekend and make like $3K. Not bad for a bunch of free It wasn't a lifetime supply, but my mom used to work for a charity that visited prisoners and gave them cookies and tried to start Bible studies. Anyways, a Frito-Lay's distributor several pallets of Bugles to the cause. We didn't have anywhere to put them, so they loose boxes just kind of spread through the house. She wrapped them at Christmas, 3 years. Maybe 4, so they look like decor. She did the math and realized that the prisoners weren't going to eat them all before they expired. They were ours as well now. She refused to buy any other chips, and after a while, any other snacks. We'd get pumped when she bought crackers for a recipe because we knew she couldn't keep us from getting to the leftover crackers. She sent several cases to my sisters when she was at college. When my brother moved, not only did he get several cases whether he wanted them or not, he packed a lot of his singing bugle boxes. She cooked with them. We had walking tacos instead of regular tacos. The effing prisoners were complaining about bugles by the time they were gone, and they only got them twice a month. Not me, but a friend of mine won free Whataburger for a year in one of those games they play during timeouts at a Spurs basketball game. What he actually ended up getting was 52 coupons for 1 free Just a Burger, which is basically the junior burger. Limit 1 per visit. So basically he got 1 free burger a week, but still had to pay for fries, drinks, and anything else he wanted. Not the worst thing in the world, I suppose, but still not what he was expecting. I remember a comedy bit from a long time ago, but I don't remember who it was. It was about game shows at the time that would give as a consolation prize a year's supply of turtle wax. What does a year's supply of turtle wax even look like? I have half a bottle of turtle wax in my garage. It used to belong to my father.